Hey everyone, this is Tim Hinton from marchingartseducation.com. I'm called the Beast of the Marching Arts. We're here to get back to our interview with Benjamin and James Keltner from Raymondville. They're teaching together. Benjamin asked his father, James, to come out of retirement to teach alongside him, and they have a great story about how they work together. On this segment, we're going to hear more about their program, and they're also going to share advice that you can use with your program. Let's get back to our interview now.
There's a lot of similarities between this program and where I started out. We have students that live far away, can't get rides, are involved in lots of different activities. And so there's a lot of sharing of time that goes on. And sometimes, well, most of the time, you don't have everybody there for rehearsal. And so dealing with those structural problems, it's just part of what goes on at a smaller school, 4 and below. It's just, that's the way it is. So no, it's really, all of it's been fun. I'm having a great time, and otherwise I'd just be sitting by the pool sipping tea or lemonade, so this is good.
I have one last question. Benjamin, I would assume that your father inspired you to become a band director is because he was a band director as you were growing up, right?
Right.
So do you feel pressure to sort of fill his shoes, be as successful, or is it just like great that he's there supporting you on your team? Like, how does that feel for you?
I would say so. It's the positive side. I got to grow up around programs, and so I had the benefit of learning from a lot of his mistakes, because like he'll tell
mistakes?
you, well, he'll tell you at the beginning, in 1980, he was like, I didn't know what I was doing. He'll tell his stories and he'll talk your ear off. And then, he learned, hey, I got to do this. I learned from this mentor. And one of his mentors was from Raymondville, Mr. Santos Lujan. And that was back in 1980, 81, 82. And so I got to learn a lot of those young band director issues while I was growing up. And so once he developed in his career, learned tricks and stuff like that, that was just kind of like passed on to me just through osmosis, just from being around. And, you see both sides of the profession. You see, the success, but then you also see the headaches and the work ethic, the late hours. And so when I started off with, this is year 18, which is crazy. But when I started off, I didn't feel like I was unprepared. Like a lot of people feel coming out of college. You're like, whoa, I didn't know I had to do all this, and what in the world, fundraising and angry parents, and so I just, it's just part of life for me. And so moving forward, I started off with a lot of contacts too, just from family, friends in the business. And so I learned a lot from a lot of his friends and a lot of his mentors as well. And I would say I don't feel pressure. I just feel proud. Number one, I feel proud of his career efforts and whatnot, and so it makes my career and aspirations, whatever, just in my opinion, easier. So I've had a lifetime of experience to draw from, and it's just a blessing.
Thanks again to Benjamin and James Keltner for talking with me today. This is Tim Hinton from marchingartseducation.com. I'm called the Beast of the Marching Arts. You can find out more about me at beastofthemarchingarts.com.